Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Akim. First and foremost, I want to say call hello, Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, by Shem Rakakodash. I want to send double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone. Send much peace, love, and salutations to you, Akim, out there pushing the word of Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua. And yeah, man, I was just watching this video on Nations Conspired. The brother Yahweh all that did a video comparing what China's doing with what Trump and Babylon the Great slash America is doing with this Golden Dome anti missile defense systems. And Nations Inspired Conspire goes into it and talks about how this is doing nothing but bringing in more AI governance, and that's absolutely what it's doing. But I just wanted to talk about this Golden Dome system and how it fits into prophecies, because it's just another way that these people really think that they're going to be okay. And you listen to the pride of Trump and the pride of Esau right now, and you see how this place is just going to be taken away as a thief in the night. I'm going to play this and I'll get a couple of scriptures, talk about a few things. Not going to be a long lesson. It just kind of goes into the mindset of these last days and how you have all these different conflicting ideologies, mindsets, and energies. But if you follow the prophecies, you know what's up. All right?
I promised the American people that I would build a cutting-edge missile defense shield to protect our homeland from the threat of foreign missile attack. And that's what we're doing. Today, I'm pleased to announce that we have officially selected an architecture for this state-of-the-art system that will deploy next-generation technologies across the land, sea, and space, including space-based sensors and interceptors. And Canada has called us, and they want to be a part of it. So we'll be talking to them. They want to have protection also. So as usual, we help Canada do the best we can. This design for the Golden Dome will integrate with our existing defense capabilities and should be fully operational before the end of my term. So we'll have it done in about 3 years. Once fully constructed, the Golden Dome will be capable of intercepting missiles, even if they are launched from other sides of the world, and even if they're launched from space. And we will have the best system ever built. As you know, we helped Israel with theirs, and it was very successful. And now we have technology that's even far advanced from that, but including hypersonic missiles, ballistic missiles, and advanced cruise missiles. All of them will be knocked out of the air. We will truly be completing the job that President Reagan started 40 years ago, forever ending the missile threat to the American homeland and the.
Listen to this, and you will get the sentiment that, wow, man, they're coming up with this technology that's going to even stop hypersonic and, ICBMs. And, we know the scriptures say the opposite. And, when you read here in Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, it talks about the sentiment of the proud and these people that just live in this place and think it's going to be all right. 1 Thessalonians 5:3 says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them." And with this iron, this gold, this not iron, this golden system that they putting out here, Golden Dome system that they put out here, will have people thinking, "Oh man, now Russia can never defeat us." Now, and that's just not going to be the case when you understand it, man, because this place is going to get pelted with ICBMs, and these systems are not going to stop what's getting ready to come. It's not going to. The Most High has the spiritual power to make these things falter, and we've seen that before. So it says, "Then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travaileth upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." Right? So as they thinking it's all good and this and that, we're going to find out that these systems are going to fail in the midst of Babylon. Now, I typed this into Grok 3. I just want to see what it had to say. Let me go here. I put in, "Can the Iron Dome stop ICBM?" It says, no. I'm talking about the Israelis' Iron Dome. Israel's Iron Dome cannot stop an intercontinental ballistic missile. The Iron Dome is designed to intercept short-range rockets and artillery shells with a range of up to 70 kilometers and a maximum altitude of about 10 kilometers. It targets threats like those from Hamas or Hezbollah. ICBMs, however, are strategic weapons with ranges of thousands of kilometers. traveling at hypersonic speeds, Mach 20 plus, and following a high altitude ballistic trajectory, often reaching over 1,000 kilometers in altitude. So it's all the way up in the heavens, right? And y'all brothers can put the scriptures about these weapons in the heavens. They are designed to deliver nuclear or conventional warheads across continents far beyond the Iron Dome's capabilities. All right? So we understand that the Iron Dome is going to fail. Now, I said, what about the Golden Dome that the United States plans to build? The Golden Dome is a proposed U.S. missile defense system announced by Trump, aimed at countering advanced missile threats, including ICBMs, hypersonic missiles, cruise missiles, and other aerial attacks from adversaries like China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran. Unlike Iran's Iron Dome, which is limited to short-range threats, the Golden Dome is designed to be a multi-layered, space-based system with a far broader scope covering the entire U.S. homeland and potentially allies like Canada. Can it stop an ICBM? The Golden Dome is intended to intercept ICBMs, among other threats, by leveraging a constellation of hundreds to thousands of satellites equipped with sensors and interceptors. These would detect, track, and potentially destroy missiles during their boost phase. Now, they're not going to tell you how these sensors could get false alarms. And this could actually trigger World War III unintentionally by getting a false alarm that comes across it. Because when you have these satellites that are analyzing things in the sky, yeah, it can be accurate. But there's been many times that the United States had false alarms and other countries had false alarms. This is going to heighten that thing, you know. And the most I can make it to where these systems get hacked and put an evil thought in the eyes of, you know, the sons of men, to where shit just pops off. So I say, hey, bring it. All right. It says space-based interceptors. Satellites would launch interceptors to destroy missiles early in their flight, ideally during boost phase, which is considered the most effective time to neutralize an ICBM. Layered defense. The systems integrates ground, sea, air, and space-based sensors and interceptors, building on existing U.S. systems like the ground-based mid-course defense, Aegis, and Patriot advanced capability, advanced sensors. A custody layer of satellites, potentially numbering 400 to 1,000, would track missile trajectories in real time, addressing the challenge of ICBM's hypersonic speeds and unpredictable paths. Non-kinetic capabilities. Future phases may include directed energy weapons, i.e. lasers, and electronic warfare to disable missiles without physical impact. Challenges and feasibility. While the Golden Dome is designed to counter ICBMs, several challenges raise doubts about its effectiveness and feasibility. Technical complexity. Intercepting ICBMs, especially in large numbers, is a wicked hard problem due to their speed, altitude, and decoys. So they're not only do these missiles have their warheads, they have decoys that can throw off intercepting missiles that try to take them out. Okay? So one of the things that the United States is going to have to face is multiple attacks from different places. It ain't going to just be Russia. Well, the scriptures tell us in Revelation, the 17th chapter, that those 10 horns shall hate the whore. And that whore is Babylon the Great, mystery Babylon the Great, which is America. So you're going to even have European nations attacking the United States of America. Okay? You're going to have even their so-called ally, and that's how this place is going to be completely taken off guard. It's going to be completely taken off guard. So when you have that high number of missiles coming in, what is America going to do? Not a damn thing, except get smacked. It says vulnerability. Space-based assets could be targeted by anti-satellite weapons or overwhelmed by clusters of missile launches. Experts warn that adversaries like China or Russia could deploy nuclear warheads in orbit to disable large sections of the satellite network. So if they send a warhead up into space and it detonates in space, it's going to take out those satellites that are trying to intercept the ICBMs that are coming next. So all that technology you put in there don't mean nothing. It says cost and timetable. The estimated cost is $175 billion with an initial $25 billion investment. Blah blah blah. We don't care about that. Geographic scale: protecting the United States, which is over 400 times larger than Israel, is far more complex than an Iron Dome scope. ICBMs from distant adversaries add further challenges compared to Israel's regional threats. Arms race concerns. Critics including China and Russia, argue that the Golden Dome could escalate a space-based arms race, which we are already in that. They're already doing that. That's been going on for almost a decade now. All these guys are trying to control the orbiting area around the Earth for satellites, for communication systems, and for weapons technology, man. So that's already happened. That's why this race towards AI is so critical to the United States. Okay? Now, you go in here and you can screenshot this if you want to and read it. But basically it compares the Iron Dome with this Golden Dome. But what I want to read is this scripture here in 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 3, it says, well, you know what? Verse 1. Babylonia, Asia, Egypt, and Syria you are doomed. Put on your clothes of mourning, your sackcloth and goat's hair. Cry and wail for your children, because the time for your destruction is near. I am sending war on you, and no one can stop it. I am sending fire on you, and no one can put it out. I am sending disasters on you, and no one can stop them from coming. So all of these things are an inevitability. And the destruction by this fire is inevitability. They can sit up there and talk about how they got all these systems and this and that. It's an inevitable destruction. When you go down to verse 12, it says, the foundations of the earth tremble. There is violent churning in the deepest part of the sea. Even the creatures of the sea are in turmoil when the Lord makes his glorious power felt. He is like a mighty archer whose strong right arm bends the bow. His arrows are sharp and never miss their mark once they are shot out toward any part of the earth. He has already sent out his disasters toward the earth, and they will not miss their target. The fire has been lit, and it cannot be put out until it burns up the foundations of the earth. So when these missiles these missiles are a plague that the Lord is going to send on the earth. He's going to put it into the mind of men to create these weapons, and he's going to put it into the mind of men to use these weapons. So once these missiles are sent out, bro, ain't nothing going to stop them, man. They can talk about this Golden Dome bullcrap. That's not going to stop the destruction that's already been scheduled from the foundations of the earth. Nothing's going to stop it, bro. They can talk as much as they want, but nothing is going to stop it. Get this scripture real quick. Because the Most High is in control of how these heathens think, man. Ezekiel 38:10, it says, thus saith the Lord power, it shall also come to pass that in that same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. So he's going to put an evil thought into Gog and Magog and all these other nations to do something horrendous, which is shoot these devastating missiles. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. And this is the land of unwalled villages over here in America. All right, completely open, completely ready to be devoured. This place really, really thinks, and the people in it really think they dwell in safety. All right. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely. All of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates, to take a spoil and to take a prey, and to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods, and that dwell in the midst of the land. So there's a great destruction schedule, and then no golden dome, iron dome, brass dome, titanium, aluminium dome, none of that is going to stop. It's going to stop the determination of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Point blank, period. We are seeing the height of Esau's pride, and they know a war is coming. This is why they're moving so quickly. Right? They're trying to avoid it by doing this MOTB, but this war is going to happen. Armageddon is going to go down. They understand that the next move that they're about to make could cause great turmoil in the earth, and they're trying to get ahead of it. But it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work, man. Okay? So when you see all this propaganda in the news about nothing's going to stop what the Lord already said. That's why these prophecies are so important to know and have in your mind. Nothing Esau's trying to do is going to stop the destruction, bro. Nothing. Okay? And it ain't going to be a volcano. It ain't going to be a comet. No, it's going to be ICBM thermonuclear destruction that completely removes what we understand as America and its allies from out the power seat and out of existence. That being said, don't say call hello Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakar Kodash. Double honors once again to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Much peace, love, and salutations to Yakim out there pushing the way and truth. Shalom.